A whole bunch of us rallying here today as a peaceful protest, showing our presence in New South Wales and raising public awareness of the issue that it's currently illegal to ride, and we want to address that and show that we can be contributing members to society, and we just want to be able to ride.
We're here today to reject the decision to exclude PMDs and PEVs from New South Wales. We want the same conditions as Western Australia and Tasmania, being you can ride your PMD on the road, in a bike lane, on a footpath, pretty much anywhere. And now there's Queensland and ACT that have also legalised e-transport, but they've got a few restrictions on them. We want the Federal Minister to come down and force all LGAs to start preparing for the future. They shouldn't be allowed to have a choice to participate in the future. They should start preparing for e-transport in bike lane and shared pathways. Until infrastructure gets built around our country to accommodate the new transport, I think it's common sense to let PMDs ride anywhere they can as a safety purpose. So pretty much we're here to get our laws changed across the country.
I'm here to fight for legalisation of private e-scooters all through Sydney. I'm kind of work in hospitals and I have to travel between them in the city, and it would just be easier for me to get from Sydney Eye Hospital, RPA and where I live every day. And I just want to be able to ride them in a proper speed and just get to work on time and reduce traffic.
I'm here today to bring awareness to the fact that we need to legalise e-transport throughout New South Wales. You know, it's a very convenient way of transport. I believe that the hire schemes, we've done enough hire schemes throughout Australia. We don't need another trial. It needs to be legalised now. You know, another hire scheme is going to show us what? What is it going to show us in New South Wales that's different from the rest of Australia? I think that the New South Wales government needs to just look and see what's been done and just legalise it, and maybe look at, you know, the same sort of rules nationally rather than this state by state, territory by territory, and just be in the now. This is the future of transport, not this fuel guzzling, I mean the costs as well. So that's kind of why I'm here, is to bring attention to what's going on in New South Wales.
I use it because I have a bad leg and a bad hip, and it really hurts when I walk. And since I've been using an electric scooter, it's really allowed me to just get around longer distances without having to walk. You know, I get less pain when I do that, and it's legal in other states. I don't know why it's not legal in Sydney, and it's being adopted all around the world as a really great way to get cars off the road, get people onto electric scooters. It's cleaner energy, and I think it's about time that we make it legalized, particularly for private use. I'm not a strong believer in the hire scheme that's taking place, because I'm worried that it's going to give a bad reputation to people with electric scooters, and they might abandon it, throw it around, throw it in trees. Whereas private ownership of electric scooters, I practiced at home before I went out into the streets with my scooter, so I was familiar with the device. I maintain it myself. I wear all the correct helmets, and I'm more experienced, whereas someone who's just trialing it on the streets for the first time, like, they don't know how to ride it, so they're just gonna, there's a chance that they can cause an accident. So yeah, I strongly believe that they should legalize electric scooters and other electric mobility devices.
New South Wales Transport's boasting about its bike lanes and pathways. 97 kilometres of pathway I read somewhere the other day, and we're not allowed to use it. It's absolutely ludicrous. We're after the same rules as Western Australia and Tasmania. We want to be able to ride where we can ride safely. And Tasmania and Western Australia have looked at that, realised that places without bike lanes, without footpaths, they have to ride on the road. And I think everyone here has been doing it for a while. We do it sensibly. We wear the pads. I can't see why the state government is not seeing this the way it should be. I'm lost for words why the state government can't see this and come to the decision. I mean, Tasmania and Western Australia have just forced their LGA into accepting the future. I don't think any LGA should have a choice in it. They should start preparing for the future, providing bike lanes, providing shared paths. I think we should walk down the road, give them a message. I'm no activist. I'm just a passionate e-scooter rider. I can see the future. We've actually invested, me and my partner invested a lot of time and money into the future. You guys have invested in the future. I think the state government should let us have our investment, you know, it's what we deserve.
Does anybody else like to say something? Has anyone got something they want to say? He's not here.
Hey guys, thanks for coming everybody. I know it's a small group, but there's a lot more out there of us, and we came along from the Eastgate community, and you know, we ride electric in cycles and stuff. We support the scooters kind of 100%, so let's give it up for the scooters, and hopefully then get a trial and go through it. You know, we're waiting in the wings behind you guys, trying to hopefully get legalised as well. And it's a sensible solution, I think, for Sydney Transport to embrace these wheels and everything. So, yeah. And hello, police over there.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. Look, honestly, I think it's great to see just some people, some movement here of us coming together, turning up, showing up, and getting our voices heard. And I do really believe that doing more, like you're saying, once a month, or maybe, just continuing to show up, let our voices be heard, and hopefully the movement gains more traction. I think it's really important for us to be able to ride legally for our safety. And like Pete was saying, the cost of petrol's going up. We've got $28 per 100 kilometres for a car. Bus trip return, $10. Train trip return, $20. And for us to charge, 25 cents. So 25 cents per 100 kilometres, I think that's really economical. I'm sure you'd all agree, and I think all private owners, private PEV riders are probably going to be more responsible than loaning rental scooters. And we've invested thousands of dollars into our devices. We're going to be responsible and take care of them and follow the rules and ride safely. And I think it's really great to see this turnout, and I really hope that it grows and we get to be legalised.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, I'll say one more thing.
Okay, so the purpose of the Assembly, if you haven't seen this was put up on Facebook, and it reads, the purpose of the Assembly was to show the numbers of PMD owners rejecting the state government's inclusion of private PMDs and e-scooters. From the e-scooter trials proposed from New South Wales, Tasmania and Western Australia deregulating e-transport laws because enough data has been done. Kirsten Fishburne has decided that only hire scooters should be the first on our road, excluding us. What we want is immediate legalisation. Tasmania and Western Australia are the same, and we want pretty much those laws immediately. In understanding this, the sector privately owned scooters owners understand that the laws need to be amended. By letting us transit, government's going to see where we're going. They're going to see that that's the path, that infrastructure should be put in there. We're going to have accidents. There's going to be people doing the wrong thing. The laws will get amended from those examples if that's going. You can't predict where we're going to ride. You can't exclude one LGA from another. What if you live in one LGA and work in another? That's ludicrous. I think Tasmania and Western Australia have got it worked out. Whatever they did, New South Wales can do it. And that's what we want.
Hey guys, hey. So my name's Tom, I'm from Electric Riders Australia. We are an advocacy group that's we haven't been actively involved in organising this event today, but obviously we've come because we support everything that you're trying to do. I mean, all personal mobility devices, in our opinion, should be legal for private and public sort of shared schemes as well. There are reasons from the government's perspective why they've made this decision, but we absolutely support you. I'd just like to say that today, if you have a chance to come and chat to me, we're doing a lot of work by meeting up with different people in government to try to understand their perspectives and try to advocate on that side of things. So if you'd like to have a discussion with me about that today, that'd be much appreciated. As always, thank you so much for turning out today, and
how do we get
it's
on?
fantastic.
Can we sign up with you somewhere?
Yeah, just come and chat to me later. Just come and chat to me today. Yeah, we have a website, electricriders.org.au.
Just one thing, if we can respect the current laws of New South Wales, and during this protest we're not able to get onto our devices and ride them, so we will be walking from here to Town Hall and hold up your banners, and I think Pete will be leading us in. We've got our banners, but if you can just please respect the current laws, which we hope will change soon. Thank you.
And be careful on the way home.
Yeah.